Hey guys, it's Tesla Ariel here, and in this video I'm going to talk about some tips on driving your Tesla in the winter for the first time. So we have had our Tesla Model S for 2 years already. This is going to be actually the third winter because it's the winter of 2016 to 2017, 2017 to 2018, and now it's 2018 to 2019. So it's going to be our third winter in our Model S and our second winter in our Model X, and we are just about to cross 50,000 kilometers in our Model X after a year of driving, and we have already crossed 100,000 kilometers in our Model S. It took us 22 months for us to cross the 100,000 kilometer mark in the Tesla Model S, so we do know a thing or two about winter driving in our Teslas. So there are some fears that prevent people from making the switch into a Tesla or an electric vehicle, and I'm about to quell that. So let me get this straight. The Tesla Model S and X are the top 1 and 2 winter cars we have ever driven. So previous to owning our Teslas, we had a Mercedes ML 350 BlueTech diesel. That was an awesome winter car, and also a Mercedes C300. We had 2 Toyota Priuses. We also, prior to that, drove a Grand Caravan. We also had a Nissan Maxima, Lexus LS 400. We also drove a Mazda Miata. We never really winter drove that car. And prior to that, we had cheap old cars. But anyway, you will have an excellent experience driving the Tesla Model S or X in the wintertime, and definitely you will benefit from the low center of gravity these cars have. So naturally they will handle much better than any other car out there, because any other car out there will have a higher center of gravity. With the Model S, you only have a center of gravity just 18 inches above the ground, so that's pretty low, and you will be very stable. So let me now share you some tips on winter driving or using your Tesla in the winter. Number 1, preheat all you can. So yes, you can preheat the phone from the app. I have a very popular video, 2.7 million views about it. So I don't know how it got 2.7 million views, but it is what it is. But yes, you can preheat the cabin from the app. It is really efficient in heating the cabin, and the heat won't really escape from the car. So you will lose some range in the beginning, but if you do not drive more than 100 kilometers a day, then you won't have any worries. You can even leave the car running the whole day and still have range to make it home. Okay, so that's the first tip, preheating. Number 2, be mindful of your range. Yes, you will have a range reduction on your vehicle. So if most people will have a Tesla Model S or X with a range of around 400 kilometers in the summer, and yes, you will have 400 kilometers of range in the summer. You can get the rated range in the summer, but when you look at the kilometers on the bottom of the, on the dash display, and when you look at the kilometers, that will not accurately give you your range in the winter. So expect a 30% range reduction in the winter time. So instead of going 400 kilometers, expect around 280 kilometers of range. So now what I would suggest is you can look at your range meter and make sure that it is switched to percentage. So if you have a 75D Model S or a 90D Model X, or maybe even a mid-range Model 3, you can use this rule of thumb. So in the summer, 1% is 4 kilometers, so you use a multiplier of 4. So at 100%, you'll get around 400 kilometers of range. In the winter time, let's say around 0 degrees, expect around 300 kilometers of range, so use a multiplier of 3. When it goes below -10, -15, now expect a multiplier of 2 to 2.5 to be on the safe side. So you will have a range of, let's say, at 100%, you will have a 200 to 250 kilometer range. So that's still plenty enough for most of your driving. And even if you are going on long trips, the supercharger stations are spaced, well, close enough, within 200 kilometers of each other anyway, so that you will make it and hop from one supercharger to another. Okay? People who are advocates of gasoline-powered cars will say, "Oh, so that's a penalty when you drive a Tesla. Your range will be reduced." Yes, your range will be reduced. However, you do not notice the range reduction also in your gasoline-powered or diesel-powered vehicle. So in the summer, when I drive my Mercedes ML from Calgary to Vancouver, I'm able to get 8 liters per 100k. But when I drive from Calgary to Vancouver in the winter, I manage only 11 liters per 100k because of the cold temperature. So there is also a penalty. You just don't notice it as much. You don't monitor it because you're so used to just paying for gas and diesel. Well, in the Tesla, it shows you your range, so you take more notice of it. So that's why you take notice of this range penalty in the winter more. Tip number 3, ABC, always be charging. So when you have the opportunity to plug the car in, yes, charge your car. Okay, whether it is from a block heater or a 240 volt outlet, when you get home, just charge your car. When you get to your mother-in-law's house, grab your charging cable, charge your car in the 110 outlet or an outside 110 outlet. If you get to a mall parking lot and they have block heaters, charge your car. So this will help keep the battery warm. I mean, it's not an absolute requirement that you charge your car, but as much as possible, yes, please charge your car. It's good for the battery, and you'll be able to, preheat your car from the juice that comes from the plug and not from your battery. Okay? Tip number 4, use winter tires. So I'm not only recommending winter tires for electric vehicle drivers, I'm recommending winter tires for everyone. It's a night and day difference. Even if you say that your tires are all season, you are not really spending any extra money when you buy winter tires. Because when you buy winter tires, you put your set of all season tires away for the winter, so you minimize your tire wear in the winter, and then you have your you have your winter tires on. And when you have your winter tires on, you will have superior traction. Now, when the warmer months come, you take your winter tires off, you preserve the life of your all-season tires by not using them in the winter, and you put your all-season tires on. And now, you preserve the life of your winter tires by not using them in the summer. Instead of replacing your all-season tires every 2 years, maybe you'll replace them every 4 years. And same thing with your winter tires. You get to use, you get what I mean, right? So you'll have superior traction in the snow, and you can take advantage of the superior all-wheel drive systems the Teslas have. Even the rear-wheel drive Teslas have superior traction in the snow than some other all-wheel drive gas cars. Okay, so you'll be able to take advantage of the superior handling and instantaneously shifting of torque from one motor to the other in the Tesla Model S or X or 3. Okay, so one word of warning though, people may not expect that your car will still be fast or still accelerate quickly in the winter. So be gentle on your acceleration. And another tip, please try the chill mode in the winter time. You may think that chill mode sucks, but it's excellent in the winter time. It smoothens everything out and it prevents any abrupt motions from happening. Another thing you need to take note of is watching your regenerative braking. So your regenerative braking can get set from standard to low. See if you're comfortable driving with the standard regen. I personally stick at the standard, but if you are a brake rider, you'd want to go on the low setting. But I would suggest highly that you go on the standard regen. I hope you find these tips helpful. If you have, please give me a thumbs up, or if you haven't, give me a thumbs down. Either way, that's fine. It shows that you have an opinion. And if you have already subscribed to my channel, thank you very much. But if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel. You can unsubscribe at any time. That's fine with me. And if you have been, thank you for watching. Bye!
Inorbis provides intercity transportation between Calgary, Edmonton, and more using electric vehicles like Tesla. Visit inorbis.ca or call 1-877-601-8747 and mention the promo code TESLAARIEL10 to get 10% off your first ride.